Hi guys, I'm Angie, and today I'm going to take this sheet of plywood and turn it into a Christmas Squirtle. A few months ago, my neighbor saw my first yard art attempt of Snoopy and asked if I could make a Christmas Squirtle for her son. After agreeing to the challenge, I went on Google and see if I can borrow an image from someone. Once I found the image, I quickly saved it to my computer while no one was looking and went nuts with tracing it on PowerPoint. When I drew the outline, it created curves and used anchor points to define the curves. So here I'm just making adjustments to those anchor points to best fit my downloaded image. Here, I did the same thing but for all the little details within Squirtle body feature. Once the tracing business was done, I saved 3 different image files and transferred them over to my Cricut design space. With image 1 and 2 lined up, I hit the slice button to subtract the inner lines from the original solid shape. I added a dark gray rectangle that represents the 24-inch by 48-inch sheet of plywood that I'll be using. I also added a few more rectangles that represent my Cricut cutting mats to see how many mats I needed. It was so big so that I had to use 5 mats to cut all of the elements. Now that everything is set up and ready to go, here's a little Cricut montage for you. After all the pieces were cut, I taped them together onto the sheet of plywood using painter's tape, and then I used a Sharpie to trace the outline. I carefully removed the stencil and saved for later use. I used a jigsaw to cut out the entire outline. My strategy was to attack the inside corners first. If you're also trying to make this, I would recommend to take your time and do multiple passes while cutting out the difficult areas. Now that I got the general shape cut, I'm going to sand off the rough edges, add a couple anchor for the feet, and get him painted. Alright, now that I have the extra 1x2 attached to help with anchoring to the ground and a door hinge for an adjustable angle as he's standing, I didn't realize I put the screw in too deep, so now I would like to introduce you to a new Pokemon character, Squirtle. So to fix this, I'm going to unscrew and add a few washer to add the extra depth, and then fill up the front with some sawdust and wood glue.
Squirtle! Tyler, look! Oh my gosh, we need to get, oh no, that looks so good.
Well, that's it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoy watching it as much as I was making it. Thank you for watching. I have a little Squirtle, I made it out of wood. And when it's painted and ready, I displayed it if I could. Oh Squirtle, 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 I made you out of wood. Oh Squirtle, Squirtle, Squirtle,